Because of its incredible vibrant city and return to its roots, Assassin's Creed Mirage made me fall in love with the series again. So much so that I decided to play it until I got my first ever platinum trophy. These are the 3 long steps I took to grind all of its trophies, and I won't lie, some of them almost made me quit. So step 1,
I have to finish the story.
And don't worry, I will avoid huge spoilers, but will provide some small context and Valhalla stuff, as that game technically happens after this one.
What?
So the story kicks off with
Basim ibn Ishaq
trying to impress the Hidden Ones, which he does by stealing an artifact that is somehow connected to him. Again, I won't get too deep into it, but if you play Valhalla, then you already know what's going on. Oh, you better be able to pet the cat. I was about to say, you ain't gonna give me a little trophy though? Anyways, things do not go as planned, and on the way out of Baghdad, we got our first trophy. The Master Thief of Ambar, 1 down and a lot to go. She literally brought out all of her wrestling moves just to save us right there. She, of course, who has not smoked a day in her life.
Put yesterday out of your mind. It has no bearing on today.
Anyways, we are now training to become an assassin, and we train a lot, but it's never enough. But wait, apparently Baghdad is being taken over by the Templars and the Order, you know, the typical Assassin's Creed stuff. And because of that, all of a sudden we are ready to become an assassin, or so I thought we were. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce that. An initiative of the Hidden Ones. We're not even an assassin yet. I cut a whole finger. What else do you want? I think it's easier to become an Avenger. And now we got an investigation menu, so we might actually be Batman instead. But seriously though, this is kind of where you know you are playing an Assassin's Creed game, because the next 80% of the story is you assassinating minions of the Order to get to the top dog. We finally get the game title. I thought it was never gonna come. They get longer in the story each time. Before diving into the story more, I needed to get me another trophy. So I got me probably one of the easiest one by just sitting at the bench passing time 5 different times. I also collected a treasure nearby which gave me the Hidden One sword, which I'm sure I went on to use during the whole story, as its poison effect is pretty cool. So I definitely recommend hunting this one early, and this armor, but I will get to it on how to get it later on. Of course, you gotta collect everything for the 100%, and there is a lot on every region, which I try to do some of the obvious ones while going through the main story. And we get our first major target. Our first one is Al Ghul. No, not this one. I get into a lot of trouble early on, which rewards me with the poster boy trophy. Basically became anonymous by tearing down the wanted poster as I'm running away, which is actually something that I go on to do a lot. Doing these early missions, looking for the rebel leader Ali and keeping it stealthy. Yeah, I'm not editing that in. We definitely assassinated 10 guards to get a true Hidden One. And if you're having trouble taking out one of the big guards, don't do this. Oh snap! The shadow and the flame? I'll take it, I guess. That works. After freeing who we needed to free, it was now time for our first target. And I'm not gonna lie, I was excited for this because it was our first real assassination. Oh, I've been waiting for this one for too long, and they set it up nicely. Let's go. Do a little targeting just in case. Oh snap, well I'm not showing that on YouTube. You could have just stabbed him again. This is a new channel, bro. So yeah, that was pretty sweet. We get out of there, talk to our master, and we get rewarded with another story related trophy. And we already know who's our next target of the Order that needs to be eliminated. We've been picking up and eating everything that we see, so of course we got the potion collector trophy. I also used some of the skill points that I have gotten and unlocked the blow dart tool. To get the you snooze, you lose a trophy, which requires me to pickpocket a guard affected by a blow dart. I don't know if this is missable, but I wanted to get it done now just in case in this mission. By this point in the story, we're just going around to gather information. We made an important stop, of course. Eventually, in one of this mission, we get the headhunter, headshot 20 guards with throwing knives, and this was a trophy number 10. 40 more to go, so that's nothing, or so I thought. Ultimately, we get to our next target, our next major assassination, which as part of the mission, we will need to wear a patient's disguise later on to sneak in. This is also half of another trophy that I get later on, which I don't know if it's missable, but I'm glad that I got it. No. Oh, we're just gonna say no, that's how this works, huh? And then assassinate the man? Sure, let me get that. And we get the blood of a demon trophy. We really hit him not with the one line or with the one word assassination. I decided to change it up a bit and apply a dye to an outfit, and we got the fashion statement. As we continue with some of the minor investigations to get to our third target, I of course ended up opening a token chest. So we got treasure seeker, also got the hands of a thief by pickpocketing 50 people. And I won't lie, after a while I got sick of the quick time event for pickpocketing, and I just went to the option and put it automatically. What can I say? I'm trying to get rich quick here so I can buy enough components so I can upgrade my knife. And it's time to expose the treasurer's identity. They are trying to buy a blood perfume supplied by this woman who says this:
"It is unwise to judge someone by how they look."
Indeed.
What do you mean by that?
But for now, we focus on the treasurer and we get ourselves our next trophy. Of course, now we got another target to take down because we're just going out the rank here until we get to the head of the snake. As the investigation continue, I come across this side quest, which is one of the tales of Baghdad. There is this kid who's trying to jump from a high point, just like the hidden ones, because he wants to impress the hidden ones. So very reminiscent of Bazim, much like a lot of the other tale from Baghdad, which we will need to complete for the 100%. This was very simple. All we have to do is jump to give him the courage to do the same, which without context, this sounds crazy. But we get rewarded with the crossing paths for completing one tale from Baghdad. And there's a lot more of these and other side quests that we will need to do later on. In some of the minor missions to investigate our next target, we knock out a couple extra trophy, surprise, assassinate 10 guards from hiding spots. I probably should have gotten this way sooner, but I'm just always about them jump assassinations instead of hiding and then going for them. We also got street cleaner, and since by this point we did have the blow darts and we were using it a bit more, we got the sleep tight trophy. Our investigation board just continues to get bigger. Next target is a warlord, and we have to infiltrate a huge prison. And this assassination wasn't as exciting because I started using teleportation a bit more, which is just absolutely broken in this game. If you upgrade it all the way, it just makes everything so much more easier, as eventually you can chain it up to assassinate 5 guards in a room. We gotta fight our way out of this prison now, but instead I use another OP tactic, and that is just smoke everybody. Yeah, this game might be basic, but a lot of these tools, they're OP, and if you use them right and upgrade them early, you're just gonna go through a bunch of enemies like nothing. And by this point, you probably noticed that I got me that Ezio Revelation outfit. This and the Alta Air are actually free. All you gotta do is buy it with Ubisoft units, which you get from completing challenges, but don't even worry about it too much, as those challenges will naturally be completed, as they are very easy. So I saved up to 100 units, and by this point in the story, I already had enough to get me the Ezio outfit. Oh, we looking good. We've been saving up just for this.
That's why he's the GOAT!
Something I'm also doing is buying enough components to be able to upgrade my tools, because they are hard to come by and the merchant don't always have it. So you gotta keep waiting for them to restock. So the upgrading of every tool trophy took me a while to get. Once again, in order to blend in and continue our investigation, we needed to wear another disguise. So as part of this mission, we did some knocking out and we got that other half of the trophy, which requires us to obtain both disguises. I don't think there are other ways to complete these missions, but regardless, if you got the disguise opportunity, definitely take it to not miss out. Ultimately, we got enough information and now we officially know who is the top dog and who we need to take down. Before that though, we get a serving delight trophy. Reach the maximum hidden one rank. So to get to our final target, we had to infiltrate the palace. This one definitely took a bit. I definitely died a couple of times. We eventually get to her and she reveals that she knows who Basim is and why the futuristic object is connected to him. The master says no, but Basim wants answer. Let's go eliminate the head of the order, finally. I'm sure this is when the story gets crazy. So yeah, this is when Assassin's Creed does their Assassin's Creed stuff in their storyline, if you know what I mean. If you play Valhalla, then you already know that Basim is connected to the ancient civilization and what god he is connected to. This and more that I won't spoil goes down. Overall, I enjoyed the story and appreciate that they did went back to more of the basic things that I initially fell in love with Assassin's Creed. Nonetheless, we got that last story related trophy, which brings us to a total of 25. So by doing the main quest, I managed to complete half of all the trophies. So it's now time to clean things up, getting done some of the other easier trophies, some of which I was surprised I didn't get it done yet, like Eagle's Eyes. I think after getting the smoke bomb, I stopped using the throwing knife as much, but that's until I got to upgrade it again to literally make guards disappear. During this whole time, I was getting more of the viewpoints done so that when I'm doing the side quests, I could just fast travel everywhere and be more effective. I actually went around and completed all of them before doing anything else. Some of these were hard to find as they don't really show them in the map. You have to pass by to then actually be able to see it. Next, I needed to destroy a horn with a throwing knife. So while collecting a treasure, these guards usually have it. Get his attention, he will pull it out, and then we use that throwing knife to eliminate him. Next up was to use the services that are all around us. These are definitely the easiest one. You should have enough token if you've been pickpocketing. So we got spread the news. We then pay off mercenaries 5 times. So just went around looking for them and giving them free tokens even though I wasn't in trouble. Also paid up musicians and merchant groups 5 times. Again, these are could have done way earlier, but it was satisfying to get some of these easy ones done. And although we didn't have all the skills yet, we were now able to teleport and target 5 different guards. So as I'm searching for some treasures and finishing some side quests, we got the unstoppable trophy to kill 5 guards with 1 of Assassin's focus. Yeah, this is way too broken. So many broken things is why I didn't even need to fully upgrade my weapon until after the main story, or also the outfit. So I made sure to knock those out real quick. As our skill continued to rank up, I made sure to unlock the extra tool skills because for some weird reason that's a thing. But at least the skill tree in this game was simple and you are able to reset your skills and spend it differently if you don't have enough. So I got the noisemaker to get the attention seeker, which was easy, and got me another slot to get the trap to get the ambush trophy. Also easy as you could just throw it to the guard's feet or combine it with noisemaker to get a bunch of them on the same spot and hit him with a trap. Eventually I will need to upgrade all my tools, so I kept purchasing components and everything else that I needed so that they continue to restock as I continue to collect what I need to collect for the 100%. Pickpocketing and then selling whatever you get is the easy way to get money. So the trophy to save up wasn't really that difficult. Next up were 2 trophies that I kind of have given up on, and I thought I was just gonna have to try a brand new save and get it at the end. One of these was collapsing 20 scaffolding structures. I'm sure I did this like 100 times just for fun, so I was going from one mission to the next, but it just wasn't popping up until finally I got it. As for the second annoying one, it was getting 10 assassination while blending in. I think this one is glitch, or there is just a very specific window in which it needs to happen in order for it to count. Just in this spot, I wasted so much tokens and time trying to do it. Maybe the assassination animation was getting me out of blending in, so I needed the guard to literally be right in front of me for it to count. How is this not working? What do you want me to do? This has to be bugged out right now. You gotta be kidding me. Regardless, I quit on it, at least until later on. So I use Enkido to talk guards around. The palace is a great spot for this as there is a bunch of them. After doing a few rounds, I tagged 100 of them, but these can be done in different spots at different times. That one wasn't that annoying. Now we need 10 more. Enigma are other things that we need to collect for the 100%, but you only need to solve one of them for the riddle me this a trophy. Last two easy ones was comeback related. We got into a lot of trouble, getting maximum notoriety, and after we did, I ran, got out of the city, and we hid for 10 minutes. And I thought the next one was gonna be more difficult, as this time you gotta survive 10 minutes in open conflict. But the good thing is that you don't have to do it while you're fully wanted. You can just do it at level 1. I did mine on this side of a prison, as only 2 or 3 guards are around, and the other ones are too far to detect anything happening. I left 1 guard alive, and I just kept on dodging his attack for 10 minutes. This man even said this,
God is with me.
which I don't know how he thinks God is on his side for this one, because you ain't doing much right now. Just dodge everything. You don't need a parry. That invisibility frame got you covered. Even if you get pinned down in the corner, this just actually made it easier. We should get it any second now. It's been 10 minutes. I know it's been 10 minutes. This one better not be glitched like the other one. Okay, that's what I thought. Eagles will survive 10 minutes in open conflict. The fun trophies are over now, and we got 7 more to clean up, and for the most part these are part of the collectibles. We gotta clear every single region, treasures, contracts, tales, and books, which is the first one I went after. There were only 7 of these books to collect. More often than not, we have to find our way in, as every single door in this game is locked. We got the 6 books, but it turns out that there's a mystery one, so we cannot complete this collectible yet. But lucky for us, it was located on the same spot which we needed to collect a historical site later on. There was a bit of a puzzle that we needed to do to break through and get the book. We delivered the 7 books to get the Scholar trophy, and this man literally gave us nothing for it. You're not gonna give me anything, bro? I went to the middle of nowhere for you. I've been tracking this book for hours.
Do you know what that is?
Another collectible for each region was the artifacts. Unless you're nearby, these does not show up in the map, but lucky for me, every time I came across one, I was already getting them. So by the end, I only needed like 5 or so to get the trophy. And as we're getting treasures, which they are always heavily guarded, I finally got the glitch trophy. Oh, blading the crowd! Assassinate 10 guards while blading with the crowd. Finally! I'm sure I did this like 100 times. I thought I was gonna have to do a new save. Throughout this whole time, by the way, as I'm collecting treasures, historical sites, and so on, as I mentioned before, I have been purchasing as much compounds as possible every time that they restock. After finally getting enough, I fully upgraded all the tools to get the tools of the trade. I was now completing many of the side quest contracts, and these were a lot of the same. Rescue a prisoner, deliver something, or get something for someone. And once completing 10, we got the Defender of the People trophy. But of course, these were not done. There were still a bunch of other contracts that kept popping up after you complete certain ones, so I had to keep going for the 100%. They were all also required to get enough skill points to unlock all the skills. After multiple of these, we finally got enough to get self-improvement, unlock all skills, and now we just needed 1 more. The last side mission I did were actually kind of crazy. This man ended up having a heart attack before I delivered what I needed to deliver to him. It's a bit messed up, but instead of telling me to get his son so he can say his final goodbyes, this man wanted 3 pages of a book. That was his choice, by the way. He went with the 3 pages. The last thing I needed was 2 treasure chests, which I couldn't get earlier because they're locked, and in order to unlock them, I needed mysterious shards, which is also part of the collectible. But again, you can definitely do this early on, and you 100% should, because once you get the 10 shards that you need by just pickpocketing the required people, you have enough to get yourself a cool dagger, a cool sword, and this cool ass outfit. Everything fully upgraded, and when you jump and go for an assassination upon landing, it has the shockwave of stunning the enemy nearby, giving you an extra opening for more attack. I better not need to collect anything else. Let's open that bad boy up, and holy shit, we actually did it. Fully explore old territories. There it is, we got the plat, our first one ever. Master of his fate trophy earned. Earn every trophy. Anyways, this is just the first plat, so let me know which other ones I should try. And stay savage.